In this video, we're going to talk about how to compress and convert your video files. So with each passing year, video only gets more prominent with things like TikTok and Shorts, and of course, everything that's available on YouTube, and even Instagram slowly making its foray into shorts and videos as well. There's no short of the need for people to be able to convert and compress their video files. If you already know why this is important, feel free to skip this little introduction. Click one of the chapter markers below that says something like the tutorial. But if you're wondering why this matters, I run into this myself all the time. So there's platforms like Slack or Discord, or even a number of the social media platforms I've mentioned previously that can be a little bit fickle when it comes to dealing with video files. Many of them want it to be a specific file size, which can get very challenging when we're dealing with video. Unlike other things like audio or like images, the file size for a video can get extremely big very quickly. This is especially the case if whatever video editing software or video tool you're using is exporting that video file in a format or with a codec or with a size that makes the file size really big. So in this video, what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through using a free app that's going to help you to convert a video file into a different format, or a format that's going to be widely accepted amongst almost all social media platforms, as well as apps that require video uploads, and how to take that and to compress it to the smallest file size possible. Okay, so the app we're going to be taking a look at today is one by the name of Handbrake, and I will leave a link in the description where you can get a hold of this particular piece of software. It's available for Mac, and I think it's also available for Windows as well, but on that I am not 100% sure. For sure it is available on a Mac. So what we're going to do here first is we're going to take a look at a video file that I have that is in an M4V format. There's other video files I've had in the past as well that have been in things like MOV formats, or there's so many, or MKV, I think, if I've got that file extension correct. But the problem is that not all apps, tools, services, social media platforms want anything other than an MP4, which tends to be the most common. Fortunately, that's where Handbrake is going to help us out. So to start using this, let's go ahead and once we've got the app open and downloaded, of course, we're just going to click open source and we're going to select our video file. Once we've got this uploaded, the greatest thing about Handbrake is that it has all of these presets so that you can just start working with whatever you need to. Now, I happen to know that this video file I've created is 4K and that it is also shot at 24 frames per second, or actually 23 dot whatever it is, essentially replicating the look and feel of film. So it's important to know first off how big your video is in terms of the pixel resolution, right? So this is 4K. It's not technically the size or aspect ratio of 4K. It's a little bit narrower, but essentially it's 4K. So you want to know first off the size of the canvas, but you're also going to want to know the frame rate. And if you're not sure, you can check whatever software you exported this from. If you're doing like gaming or something like that, that's typically going to be something like 60 FPS. But I know mine is 4K and it is at 24 frames per second. So what you have here is a number of these different pre-created presets. And these are going to be super helpful because each of these, whichever one that you choose, is going to have the proper codec and file extension to work with almost anything. So as you can see, it's going to have for the video nerds, H.264 with the MP4 video container and then the AAC audio. If that's foreign to you, that's totally fine. It's not important. All that means is that it's going to be compatible with almost any social media platform and most apps that are going to accept a video upload. So you can pick here if you're uploading to something like YouTube or Vimeo or a video service, or something where video file size or video quality is going to be super important, you probably want to pick one of these. If video quality isn't quite as important and you're more worried about getting that size down to something like 25 megabytes, you can just pick one of these. Like I mentioned, mine's 4K, so we're gonna start with 4K. Once you've got that, it's taken care of being web optimized and all of the other things that we talked about, such as the codec. So what I want to do here is go to video. I want to make sure we've already got that video encoder specified. But like I mentioned earlier, my frame rate is not 60 FPS. I've got something different. I'm trying to replicate film, so it's 23.976. So I'm gonna select that and we're good to go. The next step probably isn't going to be relevant to you, but you can click on dimensions. And if you're like me and you've got a weird shaped video, as you can see, this is very, very widescreen to kind of replicate CinemaScope. This isn't your typical 16:9 that most videos are. So what I need to make sure that I do is over here, it has a funny way of wanting to crop these things. I do not want any cropping done. I want it to maintain the exact aspect ratio previous, and I don't want it to try and change that. Okay, but for most of you, you're gonna be skipping the dimensions. If you wanna do any weird cropping, you can, but for most people, we're just gonna wanna match our frame rate, and we're gonna wanna make sure that we've got the quality, or I should say the canvas size that matches our particular video. Okay, so now we're just gonna go ahead and click start. It's gonna start converting this into an MP4 with the right codec and audio settings so that it's going to work across all those different platforms. Okay, so it looks like that has finished. We now have our MP4 file. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. As we can see, it has maintained all of that video quality we had before. If we want to compare file sizes, we'll see that the original was 89.9 megabytes, which is pretty big, and it shaved off a little bit while maintaining most of that quality. However, what you'll find sometimes is that there are a number of different platforms that have even smaller limitations, like 50 megabytes. Well, the great thing about Handbrake as well, beyond just being able to convert this video file, which by the way, this has now been converted and can now be used on any social media platform that doesn't have file size limitations. But personally, what I run into all the time if I'm in Discord or if I'm in Slack or something is it'll give you like a 50 megabyte limit. So let's say that that's the case. So this time what we want to do is make sure we're on the video tab. And what you'll notice is that they've got this option here that says constant quality. Now it starts out at 22, and the best way I could kind of describe this is maintaining relatively the video quality that you already have. However, this little tooltip kind of shows how you can fine tune the quality of the video, i.e. the bit rate, while balanced with the file size. You can lower the video quality incrementally in order to decrease the file size. So as it says, adjust the slider to the right to increase the quality, or to the left to decrease quality in small increments, plus or minus 1 or 2. I'm gonna go a little bit more than that, but what we're gonna do is we're just gonna drag this to the left, all the way to like 27. Again, you don't need to know what these numbers really mean. If you're a video expert, you may, but if you're just trying to lower the file size, this is where you wanna start fine tuning. And really the best thing to do is to just try it. Just go ahead and click that button. Unfortunately, it's not gonna tell you what the file size is gonna be until after you do the export. So just do the export, and then you'll be able to get a pretty good feel for how much that file size is gonna change compared to the quality of the video. Okay, it looks like that one finished uploading, so let's take a quick look. Drum roll, please. Oh, that's actually the video file. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so there we go. We see we've gotten this down to 41 megabytes, so well within the 50 megabyte limit that we set for ourselves. And let's go ahead and take a quick look at the video quality. So it looks pretty good. Let's go and open this up to the biggest size. There we go. Did I look through? Now I already have kind of some graininess and stuff built into this video. And I can see if you were to zoom in super far, you can start to see some artifacting of the various shading and colors in here. But for all intents and purposes, this is a pretty comparable amount of quality for the amount we saved. So again, we went from 89.9 megabytes, essentially 90 megabytes, and we pretty much cut that in half while still maintaining a pretty decent quality, and at the same time making it in a format that's going to be compatible with things like Slack or Instagram or TikTok or any other video platform where you need to upload this. So obviously there's going to be a lot more features that are packed into Handbrake that I'm not going to be able to cover in this video, but hopefully that gives you an idea of how you can start using it to both convert all of your video files so that they work with social media platforms or wherever you're trying to upload that video, or if you just need to be able to lower the file size wherever you're trying to upload the video. Another way that this can be super helpful as well is for web developers. So if you're working with a web developer or you are a web developer and you're wanting to use this for something like a video background, being able to fine tune how big that file size is incredibly important, because as you well know, if you're working on the web and you want to use that as a looping video background, you want that video file to be as small as possible so that that web page is loading quickly. But that's pretty much it for this one. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this video useful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and also be sure to check out my free productivity app called Radarist. I will leave a link to this as well as a link to Handbrake in the description, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.